Hello guys, I'm Deuteran/Lawrence Wayne here, and today I'm playing Kerbal Space Program. So what I'm going to do for this Let's Play series is first what I'm going to do is launch Kethane satellites, so off it goes. And yeah, so this is my first Asparagus staged rocket in Kerbal Space, well, not my first, but I haven't done many of them before. So do bear with me. This is also post-commentary, so now what I'm doing is launching two satellites at the same time, as you can see. So I'm trying a new approach to things. Instead of launching two rockets, I'm going to launch one rocket into orbit and then separate it into two pieces and send one to the Mun, which is the Kerbal Space Program equivalent of the Moon, and one to Minimus, which is another moon of this planet. So I staged the first rocket and oh god, the solid rocket boosters are still on. Okay, tip, don't put solid rockets on Asparagus staged rockets. Okay, we can take those off. At least nothing blew up, eh? So okay, wait, hold on, why are we spinning? We shouldn't be. Oh, great. Is it SAS? No? It's probably not too big of a problem. Good. Okay, this isn't good. This isn't good. Stop spinning. Stop spinning. Stop spinning. Stop. Oh, damn it, I need to stop my gravity turn. How do I do this? It's... Turn, damn it. Turn. That way, sort of. Stage. Face the right way. Yeah, no, that's too low. Bring it up. Come on. Yep. I even put control surfaces on this thing. What's wrong? Well, of course, a few of them came off when the solid rocket boosters, but come on, what's making it turn so much? Yeah, at least it's slowing down. Okay, we're good. Let's see. Still spinning like crazy, but so yeah, I'm going to be fast forwarding a lot in this video because there's quite a lot of boring parts to it. And by the way, that rocket that's in orbit is just a Kerbal X that I did to test it. So this is now in fast forward course, because you don't want to see me do all these orbital maneuvers. And yeah. So what's going to happen, we're going to circularize the orbits, and then we'd split the satellites off, and we deorbit the big fuel tank thing, so that we don't have junk flying around in space, and then launch each of the satellites to their own moon to start scanning for Kethane. Now, I had an action group for opening the solar panels, but apparently those messed up, so I have to open all of them manually. So, yeah, so much for that action group. But there we go. So now we won't run out of power, because that often happens when you launch probes. By the way, quite happy these are probes and don't actually have actual Kerbals on them, because they would have gotten quite seasick from that launch. So okay, starting separation, or preparing for separation. I'm just checking if my orbit's fine and stuff, because I still have tons of fuel left on this thing actually. And like literally tons. There's like thousands and thousands of units of fuel, and it's a pretty heavy looking fuel tank. So 3, 2, 1, boom. That worked beautifully, except the little protector things on the rockets are still there, but that doesn't matter. Now there isn't any RCS on this, so turning it takes ages. I have to put on time acceleration, and even then it turns super slowly. I have to use this sort of glitched time accelerate to stop the thing from turning. So yeah, I'll just deorbit it, and well, there's enough fuel on here, so I thought, why not try to land it? And there's also a probe on there, so I could deorbit it. So yeah, I went down kind of into the atmosphere. It was kind of a problem getting the thing to turn the right way. Come on. Yes, and there. Alright, so now we're about to land, or we'll land the ocean, which isn't usually a good idea in Kerbal Space Program. However, I wasn't exactly paying attention because my electric charge was very slowly running out without me noticing. in the background. So just as I'm about to start my burn, boom, out of power. No control. Great. Oh well, so much for trying to land this thing. Pro tip, put batteries on things you plan to land, or deorbit, in case you decide to land them. So yeah, we just crashed that into the ocean. Now, time to start bringing these to their respective moons. I'm still floating around in space. Just testing my keythane scanners first. I haven't used keythane in quite a while. I got a new GUI thing, which looks really cool. I like how the planet's keythane looks. Like that. With these little hexagons. So yeah, just go through an orbit. And as you can see, we're on quite an inclination from that not so well going launch. But that's okay, because we're going on a polar orbit anyway. So yeah, just make some maneuver nodes. Prepare for the burn. There's quite a lot of fast forwarding here. Yeah, this is the part where I decided to use fade effects in the video, because I couldn't put it on the earlier bits, so transition should be a bit neater now. And we're gonna fly past the other satellite now, because it's gone quite a bit ahead. So I sort of turn off the GUI so you can see it, but you can't see it very well. I'd kind of try to follow it. I could see it on my computer, you're probably not gonna see it unless you're in full screen and full HD, so not much interesting there. Continue editing maneuver nodes. And again, we have plenty of fuel on this thing. I didn't exactly expect it to use as little fuel as it did. So that was kind of nice. I could have probably sent like 10 of these. Okay, maybe not 10, but quite a few. Would have been pretty hard, but whatever. So yeah, just quite an aggressive change direction into a polar orbit. Also quite a long burn. Also quite boring to watch in real time. Oh, okay, left the keythane scanner on. So we have a few squares scanned already. So I'm going to scan for keythane and stuff on all the moons, and I'm gonna build a base on one of them. And we have all sorts of mods on here. I've got life support and keythane, obviously, as you can see. Here's me deploying the satellite dish, which looks super awesome. It's the only reason I got it, by the way. It's purely aesthetic, it doesn't do anything. So yeah, I'm gonna build a base. We have life support and stuff, so it's gonna be a bit more challenging. And we're basically gonna live there, sort of, and do experiments and science and make all sorts of cool stuff. Rovers and whatnot. So alright, time to remove the nuclear engine from this. There's actually another engine on the satellite to make a few plane changes. I need to, so off it goes with the nuclear engine, which then deorbits into the moon. We had tons of fuel left on this thing, by the way. I should have just left it in orbit and maybe hooked onto it with Kerbal attachment system magnets and stuff, because I have that mod installed as well, by the way, which is what I'm going to use to link all the bases together, because docking port is extremely hard to use. So yeah, now back to the other satellite, which is going to Minmus, the planet that looks a lot like a desert, or moon that looks like a lot like a desert. Now Minmus is rather difficult to get to. It's got quite a small sphere of influence, so it took me quite a long time to get the maneuver node set up. Also changed the plane to that of Minmus, because we have tons of fuel left. So yeah, this also turns extremely slow, because again I forgot to put RCS on it. I just built the ship and launched it immediately without testing at all, so yeah, I'm not the best person at Kerbal Space Program, I admit. I'm not the Scott Manley of Kerbal Space Program, or at least Scott Manley in general, in anything. Well, except Redstone computers, possibly. Yeah. So Here are the extremely sensitive orbits. Even though I planned everything so perfectly, we still didn't get an encounter, so I had to make a few corrections, which were also really hard because the ship doesn't want to turn at all. But yeah, we got it eventually. Now we just time accelerate till we get there. The little ship spinning over there. I always find that entertaining when watching time acceleration. Watching other things swirl around. It's quite fun. So yes, we zoom into place. And I'm trying to be careful because I almost always miss min-miss when time accelerating. I've done it so many times in the past. I just zoom right past it. So yeah. Alright, now to get into a polar orbit. Or a nice polar orbit. I have lots of fuel in this thing, so we don't need to worry about that. About making super efficient burns on the Perikey and stuff to take advantage of the U-berth effect and whatnot. Because, you know, we have tons of it. I like to have lots more fuel than's actually needed, because it's better to have lots of fuel left than to be stranded in space without fuel. So, you know, always bring more fuel than you really need. I also often decide to do different things on my mission, which then uses up fuel, which means I can't go back because I used up all the fuel visiting some moon of a planet because I thought it looked shiny. So that's another reason. So yeah, now we just circularize. Actually, I should just make the orbit a bit smaller. Just, you know, then it'll scan faster that way. And then we just burn over there. And there we go. Now we just deploy the Kethane scanners. And satellite dish. And, well, the solar panels are already deployed, so we have two Kethane scanners because I like to keep it symmetrical, again, purely aesthetic, and also so the ship doesn't want to always turn, because that's often annoying. And of course we don't have weight problems because, again, we have so much fuel on board this thing. Now this time I know which way the camera's going to face, like unlike last time. It's going to follow the fuel thing for some reason, so I plan this time to make it look more epic. Well, okay, not that epic, but anyway, I get the point. So, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Comment, rate, like, subscribe, and give suggestions on my base and stuff. And bye.